We need to get one thing that's clear. Rise of the Ronin and Ghost of Tsushima are not the same game. And yes, I understand, of course, samurai game, open world. Of course, these two games are definitely meant to be compared. There's no doubt about it. It was inevitable at the beginning. But we need to stop doing this in gaming. We need to stop and look at these games and actually compare and know the differences and know that they are different. Not every game is going to be Red Dead Redemption 2. Not every game is going to be Ghost of Tsushima. I feel like it's because of outcries like this that AA studios don't get to put out the games that they can, and we get more variety this way instead of just everybody putting their money into super big blockbuster AAAs all the time. And now with that being said, I'm gonna compare the two games. So as you can see, I'm gonna have gameplay of both games running kind of at the same time. You can see I have the peakest gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima and pretty good gameplay of Rise of Ronin. So let's start with the obvious and biggest elephant in the room, obviously, is the graphics. I'm just gonna say it right here, right now, because I'm quick, no bullshit. Ghost of Tsushima wins. Best graphics, really better graphics, way more effects, way more trees and stuff like that. It looks way more vibrant, of course. But we're talking about a AAA studio, Sucker Punch, versus Team Ninja. You know, they're a AA studio, and this game, by the way, was a game that was in development for more than 8 years in the background and was published by Sony. So think of it almost like kind of like a passion project in the background. It wasn't like a main focus game until Sony basically gave them the funding to put it out. It was meant to be a game on the PlayStation 4. With that being said, does Rise of the Ronin look like a PS3 game? Heavens no, God no. People are very much exaggerating when it comes to that. It looks, honestly, if people can like Elden Ring, then people can like this game. Like, what is Elden Ring's graphics? I want someone to tell me and show me the ray tracing and freaking Elden Ring and the beautiful vibrant trees. It looks like a basic game to me. Like, it's not beautiful, it plays, it runs, it's not ugly, and this game is pretty much the same way. I'd even warrant there's even scenes that look really good. There's times that you're in the sun or you're traveling through the villages in Japan and you can just love the scenery and the vibe. The biggest gripe to me is you have to play it to see the real graphics. All of these videos, you guys need to remember, are compressed, or they're in 720p, or they're being uploaded by another uploader. I'm telling you guys, I literally brought people to my house to see the game because I had friends that were skeptical and said it was horrible looking, and they changed their minds immediately after seeing it. So boom, graphics are done. What's next? Oh yeah, story. So when it comes to the story, honestly, I'm gonna have to give it to Rise of the Ronin. And no, I love Ghost of Tsushima's story. I thought it was really cool. Mongols and stuff, you know, based on real history. But this game, if you really like your history, almost every character in this game is based on someone in real history. Even the ninjas. They were like, everybody, you can search these people up on Google, you will see a name or a face. I know there's like the person who's on like the $10 bill in Japan is in here. A lot of history. Also, you make your own choices because in this game, it's create your own character. So you get to choose outcomes and choose sayings and conversations to change the outcome of the story. Ghost of Tsushima was more linear in that aspect. And also, no one really liked that honorable stuff. You're being shunned the whole time in that game. No one likes you being a stealth ninja in that game. You're shunned for everything. This game, it's not like that. You can shoot, kill, slice up anybody to whoever you please. Live your anime weeb fantasy like I know you want to. And after beating the game of Rise of Ronin, I can honestly tell you Rise of the Ronin is longer than Ghost of Tsushima. There's way more content. Lots of content. There's 3 chapters. Let me say that again. 3 chapters. I thought there was only 2 or 1. No, there's 3 cities. 3 cities. You heard me. No one is talking about the deep things about this game. And with everybody you meet, you get a bond, and you meet these people, and you can learn and earn items from talking to these people. You can learn new moves and move sets from almost everybody in the game. So talking to people doesn't just feel useless or linear. People have character. There's more emotion in this game too. A lot of the people in Ghost of Tsushima are kind of just stoic. They're really like stale. And also, the biggest thing to me, not gonna lie, who doesn't like seeing their own created character in cutscenes and hearing their voice? And you create two characters and they're both the main characters of the game. This is your story. Okay, done with the story. I don't really have much more to say about that. The story Rise of Ronin, in conclusion, longer, way better, way more emotion, way more characters. You're gonna have a better time with it. Now, let's get to some bigger meat and potatoes. The combat. So yes, there's stealth, there's grapple hooks, there's everything you would get in any RPG like Assassin's Creed, Ghost of Tsushima. You guys know the formula. But this game adds a grapple hook, which I think is really cool. You can pull enemies from the ground and snap their necks. You can throw enemies at other enemies and swing like Spider-Man too. You can also get around with a glider that can go really fast if you upgrade it. And yes, of course, you get a horse as well. That comes with better cosmetics, in my opinion, because you can't even get any in Ghost of Tsushima. In Ghost of Tsushima, you can get real armor on your horse. You can get beautiful tassels on your horse. Anything you can get different color horses. You can get horses that are faster, super fast. In Ghost of Tsushima, it's simple as this. You only have one weapon, and it's a sword. Yes, this is the biggest thing. Ghost of Tsushima's animations and quality look chef's kiss. It looks beautiful. You can feel the weight of the swings. It's super weighty, super good, but not too slow. It's pretty good. You get 3 stances though, only 3 stances. And there's not much combat flow. It's like whoever you see, you just switch to that stance and you're pretty much guaranteed to kill them. And the next person you do the same thing, which makes the game really easy. And plus you have a lot of health. That's why I think another one of the biggest gripes about this game, Rise of the Ronin, is it is not easy. I'd even warrant people should compare it with Sekiro more than Ghost of Tsushima when it comes to the combat. This game will not hold your hand. You only get so much health. You know, it is like a Souls-like. I'll give you that. There's the bonfires. You know, you want to make sure you're... But in this game, it's more based on parrying. So, yes, it's like Sekiro. Pretty much, yes. But, you see, I'm already done with Ghost of Tsushima. You have one sword, you have a bow, you have smoke bombs, poison darts, and that's kind of it. And to make combos, it's like really on your imagination. But in Rise of the Ronin, there is so much freedom. That's why I don't see the hate on this game. They covered up the bad graphics with so much content that you can't even be mad anymore. Katana, there's Odachi, there's paired swords, dual swords, there's polearms, there's sabers if you want to go American fencing style, there's spears, and there's your fisticuffs. You get to use 3 stances at a time, just like Ghost of Tsushima, so that's comparable. And also, while you're using the stance, yes, the same thing is just like in Ghost of Tsushima. Based on what stance you're using is how weak they'll be. So you must use that stance to defeat an enemy sometimes. But it's not necessary. In Ghost of Tsushima, you only have 3 stances. That's all you get the entire game. In this game, all those weapons I named, the katana, odachi, paired swords, polearm, saber, spear, and unarmed, all have at least, well, except the unarmed, all have at least more than 4 stances with over 4 combos in them and other skills with them. And everybody you talk to, you can unlock even more moves, and you can swap out moves for other moves to make your own custom move set. What is there not to love? Are you not entertained? Anybody that's saying this game is spam, oh, just press 1 button, you obviously aren't used to fighting games. If you try to press 1 button in this game, you will run out of stamina and get your ass beat every time. Another gripe is people said the combat in this game looks too arcadey. And to that I say no. It is fast, but at the same time, it's your own pace. It's almost like you can play the way you want to. People forget about that. If you want to play like a slow, old, tactical man and just parry and just, you know, just play it super safe, you can do that. It will look like Ghost of Tsushima. It will play just like it. Or you can play like a crackhead. And the thing is, we love options. Did I mention there's not just swords, there's guns as well. You get a revolver, you get, oh yeah, there's ninja stars as well. You get rifles and a freaking flamethrower. Like, what? I swear, if you guys watched IGN for their review of the game and seen the combat or any other combat, no, you must watch a good YouTuber that knows how to play games for these type of games for a good review. A last little thing I want to talk about as well that's personal to me is the drip or the fashion. In this game, you can transmog your arms, your legs, your head, your chest. You can have a cape, you have gloves, your fingernails, your this, your that. So much detail with the character customization with the clothes. Like, you can have layers on layers. In Ghost of Tsushima, you kind of only have sets and then like the headband, and it's not much you can do, and there's only so many colors. In this game, almost everybody you see, you can have their outfits, and you can exchange the outfits for the boots, the legs, the arms, the chest, all of it. So you can have high level armor and use whatever armor you want. Same thing with the weapons. You can have a sword and have it be a wooden sword, even though it's a level 1000 sword. You can really be anybody you want to in this game. You can make Naruto, you can make Sasuke, you can make a lot of people. They kind of had that in mind, I'm sure. With all of that being said, what are you doing? Are you gonna go and play Ghost of Tsushima, what, for the millionth time over and over and over, easy ass game, or play the new fresh boy on the block for your Japanese ease? The biggest gripe I will say about this game, yes, $70, pretty steep for what we're getting, the graphics wise. Like, it is 2024. We do need constantly stable 60 FPS, better graphics. I agree, they need to change their engine, at some point, but all the content and combat makes up for it. And the end game is even better because they give you basically harder enemies all over the map. It's a great time. You will not get bored. I'm still playing it, and I've been beat the game. And I still feel like I haven't found everything, and I haven't. I still have lots of armor to unlock. It truly feels like really open. All in all, if you had to ask me which one do I like more, without a doubt, Rise of the Ronin gets the cake all the way. With all the content, all the combat, everything I love in a Japanese game is here, and I have even more than I need, even guns. But what I'm hoping is games like Ghost of Tsushima can learn from this game. They should be learning from each other, not being compared from each other. Hopefully in Ghost of Tsushima 2, we see more weapons and different outfits and better gear systems, and maybe, who knows, maybe actually better combat. If you literally have been watching the video the whole time, you can clearly see the differences and just way more of what you can do than what you can do in Ghost of Tsushima. Let me just leave you guys with this.